From VOA Learning English, this is the Education Report. Kid Pen Alley is a non-profit organization that holds songwriting workshops for students across the United States. The organization recently visited a school in the Anacostia area of Washington. The children presented a concert with the help of songwriter and recording artist Paul Reisler. He established Kid Pen Alley in 1999. Since then, he has worked with more than 39,000 students and produced more than 2,200 songs. He says the power of music can teach children skills they might not learn in school. He believes the American educational system is focused too much on standardized tests designed to measure knowledge. But Paul Reisler says we now live in a creative economy. He says his group is trying to inspire children to be creative. At our elementary school in Anacostia, 95% of students come from poor families. Marlon Reyes is the school dean of students. He says some of the children have difficult lives, but he says these kids still want to strive for greatness. Jonna Turner is director of program at the school. She says the 4th and 5th grade students are often focused on more than school. Some have to help their families or live in homeless shelter. A shooting took place in April directly in front of the school. No one was injured, but the incident affected the whole community. Students are often influenced by what happened around them. Still, our elementary school has a positive, hopeful atmosphere. Marlon Ray says the workshops and concert made possible by Kid Pen Alley created good memories that will last for years. For VOA Learning English, I'm Laura Bowman. From VOA Learning English, this is the Education Report. Experts estimate that half of the 6,000 languages spoken on our planet will have disappeared by the end of the century. In West Africa, academics are trying to protect the language and rich cultural heritage of Togo. At the University of Lomé, Professor Mboake Adovi Goiakwe studies video of Ghan cultural rituals. The professor is a cultural heritage specialist. He himself is again one of many ethnic groups in Togo. He has made films of Ghan cultural customs with financial assistance from the United States. He says the Ghan have an important place in Togo history and culture. Ghan rituals show how its people see their world, the interaction between the living and the dead, the seen and the unseen. The Gen believe in many different voodoo gods, but today Professor Goiakwe says fewer and fewer Gen children go through voodoo initiation ceremony. He says that increasingly the new generation does not recognize the importance of these cultural traditions. She said formal education and the spread of Christianity have reduced their influence. Many young people think traditional practices are uncivilized. And while the Gen language is widely spoken in Tolomi, the professor says it is not taught in school. Gen is one of about 39 spoken in Togo. Anahit Manashan is a language specialist with the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. She says a language needs people who speak it as their first language. She says a language needs people who can speak it as their second language. If they are not, she says, a language is extinct. She said language can die as a result of increasing globalization. For VOA Learning English, I'm Alex Villarreal. From VOA Learning English, this is the Education Report. Recently, there have been increased efforts to make sure children in Africa get a good, strong education. But a new report says governments are losing about 125,000 students